Alright guys, so the server slam is over and my hair is a bomb from not sleeping and playing this game for 60 hours straight. As you guys may know, I've made a tier list before and things have changed after the slam test. This will be a tier list after the slam test and I'm just gonna show you guys what my tier list was last time, and I'm gonna tell you something for a fact, it has 100% changed after the slam test. So without further ado, let's get into the tier list. I'm gonna go over every gun and I'm gonna rank them after 60 hours of playing the slam test. And you best believe I'm gonna have the most based opinion because I used to also be a pro player in multiple other games. You already know I'm about to cook. So as we know, a bunch of things changed and a bunch of things felt different in this slam test for the past 2 days. And I'm gonna make a tier list on all the guns. Alright, we're gonna start off with the Stitcher. I don't think the Stitcher was too bad in this slam test. It definitely had its places. You can definitely never get more than 1 kill with a mag. You can get like 1 kill max, and even then, sometimes I end up dumping like a clip into someone's head, and I still somehow manage to take off 70% of my HP. But fully upgraded and with attachments, I would say it's a solid like B. I would say it's a solid B. Hold up, I actually reset my tier list, so I'm just gonna update it really quick. Alright, there we go guys, I've changed the tier list, I've added another one which is SSS and boss killer / PvE, because there is some guns that are very good for boss killing. Alright, so anyways, I'm putting the Stitcher at B because, as I said earlier, plus it's a little bit mid against PvE, aka robots. That's why I'm putting it at B. Actually, all light ammos are kind of mid. The hairpin is it's very hard to use, and there's no need to use this because you could just put a silencer attachment on other guns. This technically comes with its own silencer attachment, but it just isn't all that. It takes a long time to shoot, and it doesn't actually even do that much damage. So the hairpin is like beyond the trash. I actually thought they buffed it and it could have been a little better, but it's low-key, it's just useless. You can never use this in a situation and you will 100% lose any gunfight unless you're sneaking up on someone. That's the only time this is good. When you're literally killing someone and they don't know where you are, because they will literally never know where you are when you start shooting them. I'm gonna move over to the kettle. The kettle actually was really fucking good. Not only against robots, but also really good in PvE. It was really strong actually. I would love to put it in S tier, but there is just better guns. So I'm putting it at the top of A tier. Kettle is definitely goated. And what's even good about Kettle is that it works at level 1. It works so good at base level. And it's just so strong actually. It's so good. For a white weapon, it's just so good. Rattler is, I wouldn't say it's better than the Kettle, just because the reason is because you have to have the Rattler leveled up. If your Rattler isn't leveled up, you're never gonna have enough ammo to kill anyone, like, at all. You will never have enough ammo to kill anyone with a Rattler, because the Rattler has 10 ammo, and it gets more ammo capacity the more you upgrade it. But I would put it behind the Kettle. I think these two are really good for their division in ranks. The Pharaoh also hops in as A tier because obviously they're just better, higher rarity weapons that go into S and SS plus. But the Pharaoh is also one of the top 3 A tiers, I would say, because it's a hunting rifle. The one downside about it is that it takes so fucking long to shoot. And what I mean by that is you have 1 ammo. You have to clock it every time you shoot, and it takes super long, and it's a little bit annoying. But the first shot does a ton of damage, so if you can follow up with it, you most likely get the kill, and it's pretty good. Alright, next up is the Bruletta. I thought this one was gonna be good, but it's, oh my god, this weapon pissed me so much, by the way, guys. I was dumping headshots after headshots after headshots into people, and they just wouldn't die. It was ridiculous how little damage this did. This weapon is absolutely horrible. It's just trash. I actually want to move this from C tier to trash. These weapons are just trash. I'm sorry to say this, guys. I was hitting way too many headshots with the Bruletta to not get a kill. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm putting this at trash. Bruletta was absolutely horrible this slam test. Alright, moving on to the Anvil. The Anvil did get nerfed, but it's still very strong. I would put it, I would say it's like on par with the Kettle. But I've also noticed that if you don't have aim and you miss with the Anvil, you will most likely get clocked by anyone. So if you're not much of an aimer, I wouldn't recommend using the Anvil. Because if you miss, you're pretty much cooked. The way to use this is also you have to be behind cover, otherwise you will always lose the fight. So actually, I'm gonna move the Anvil below the Kettle. I do think Kettle actually wins. No, actually no, the Anvil is just too good. If you're good with it. If you're bad with it, I would recommend the Kettle, because Kettle is a little bit easier to use and good. But yeah, the anvil is really good, but if you miss, you're cooked, and that's pretty much it. The El Toro shotguns were actually really good this slam test. They felt super strong. I'm putting the El Toro at like, honestly, very high A tier. I would love to put it S tier, but there is just a little better weapons. Actually, I'm putting the El Toro at S tier. I think it was really strong. If you want to run a Pharaoh El Toro, you can do that. If you want to run any kind of long-range sniper slash hunting rifle with the El Toro, I think that's just absolutely goated. I love the shotgun. The shotgun felt way too good this slam test, and I'm putting it at S tier. And the Asparago, I think this got nerfed, and it didn't feel that good. I'm putting this at B tier below the Stitcher. Guys, I'm so serious when I say this. I was dumping headshots back to back with it, and it takes so long between every single shot. It goes brrr, and then you wait, and then brrr, and then you wait, and it's so slow. If you go into a gunfight against any of these up here, they will always kill you first no matter what, just because of the pure DPS output. Even if you dump triple headshot after triple headshots, I'm telling you, this felt so bad. Venator was cracked, guys. Venator was absolutely cracked. I love this weapon. This weapon was like a mix of anvil and kettle, but it's just like, yeah, it's a mix of anvil and the kettle, and it does so much damage, and it shoots so fast, and it's so accurate from like close range to point blank range. It's super strong. I love this, and I loved pairing it up with snipers. I'm putting the Venator at S tier. Absolutely goated pistol. So goated. And also, if you get an extended mag on this, you can clear out squads without even reloading. Alright, also it's really fast to reload. That's why it's also goated, and you run faster there as well. So I'm putting Venator at S tier. Very goated weapon. And it's also faster to whoop out. So if you go from sniper to Venator, it's faster to whoop out. That's why I love the Venator. It's absolutely goated. I'm putting it in front of the shotgun actually. And Renegade was really good, and it shoots very fast. It's basically just an upgraded Pharaoh that's 20 times better. It goes like, you know? Actually, it might even be faster than that, and it does a lot of damage. It's a really good hunting rifle, and I love it. And it also has like 10 shots, 10 or 8 ammo, 8 shots in the ammo chamber, and it shoots really fast. It's just goated. It's so reliable as a weapon. So I'm putting this at S tier. I'm putting this obviously in front of the El Toro. Osprey, it's just in a league of its own. It's literally in a league of its own. The Osprey is the only weapon with a scope. It's the only sniper, and it's broken. It's busted. You put a silencer on this thing and you shoot people, and they will never even know what's coming. It's absolutely amazing. By far the best weapon in the game, period. I'm actually gonna give it a tier of its own, just to emphasize how good this weapon is. There we go. I'm putting the Osprey at a league of its own. It's just such a goated weapon. It's such a goated weapon. Up next is the Torrent. I used the Torrent, and I kid you not, guys, the Torrent was actually insane. It was actually insane. It's an LMG, it has a ton of damage, it's very consistent, it has a ton of ammo, and it does so much damage point blank to like close-ish range. It's not a medium weapon. You can never do anything with this at medium range. It definitely competes against the Venator and the Torrent and all those weapons. So point blank, this weapon is goated. It does so much damage because you can just peek them and just spray the freak out of them, and you get a kill and you still have ammo inside of it. The only downside is that it takes years to reload. Because of that, I'm putting it like at a little bit below all the other weapons. It just takes so long to reload, and that's not really what you want in a close-up range fight. But it's goated. Actually, I think I'll put it against the El Toro. The Torrent is really good, especially if you use it correctly. Volcano is just really good, strong shotgun. I didn't feel like it was too broken, but it definitely did bits. It definitely did its job at point blank. I was actually very balanced in my opinion for a purple weapon. Very good. Bobcat. Guys, I ran a Bobcat with a sniper. I had max attachments on the Bobcat, and I sprayed the whole fucking mag. I sprayed the whole mag, and I couldn't even kill someone point blank. It's god awful. I hate it from a passion. The only scenario a Bobcat would be good is if you're kissing each other, like literally kissing each other point blank. Then Bobcat has the most DPS in the whole game. But if you're slightly away from them, just go next. The Bobcat is horrid because the spread is too much. It goes like all over the place. And even with max attachments, I couldn't get the spread to be good enough. I'm putting this under the anvil. Actually, I'm putting this over the anvil. It will definitely beat these in a close close range fights, but in medium range fights, I'm not even trolling, the Kettle and Anna will win. But I will put it at A tier. Bobcat is respectable A tier. Oh my god, it pissed me off so much because I would spray the whole mag and I couldn't even get a kill. I'm sorry guys, I'm putting this below these two. I'm putting this below the Anvil and Kettle. It is what it is. The Bobcat just ain't all of that. It's only good point blank. And if I want to go point blank, then I'll just go like a Volcano or something. Or a Venator. I'm not even trolling. Because like rushing them in their faces is something you should never do. Especially in this game where third person is dominates. You should never rush into someone's face. That's why I don't like Bobcat. Most of the fights will always be medium range. Unless you're like in close quarters. Super close quarters. Just very all good. It's in a league of its own 100%. I'm pretty sure the Jupiter and the Equalizers are both boss killers. I know for a fact Equalizer is. The Jupiter, we didn't really get to use it in the slam test, so I cannot say my opinions on these two. But I think this is my tier list, and it's actually a very solid tier list. I think all the weapons are very balanced. The Osprey is also super balanced, by the way, because when I've used it, I've landed up to 3 shots on people to just down them. So it's a very balanced for its long range. You can never one-shot anyone with the Osprey, even if you headshot, body shot them. Sometimes you can, but like the Osprey is super balanced for being a sniper, and I still love it. It's just amazing. It will never one-shot anyone. None of these weapons will ever one-shot anyone, and that's why I love this game. You can always have a fun fight. But I think this is my final tier list. You can argue that Bobcat can move to S tier. You can argue that because honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Bobcat is the strongest weapon when you kiss each other. Period. But hear me out. It takes the whole mag to kill him, even if you're kissing each other. So even then, I can still argue that it isn't that good. But you can argue it's an S tier if you really love it. But honestly, it's really not all that. It's very inconsistent. And if you're running into squads, it will most likely fuck you up more than help you. That's it, guys. I hope this tier list ended up helping you guys deciding on what's the best weapon for when the game launches. And I hope this helps you on forward when you want to pick weapons. Anyways, I would really appreciate any kind of support, guys, as I'm trying to absolutely cook content for this game. I want to really make it as a Arc Raider streamer / content creator. I'm gonna be spamming content so much. So any kind of help from you guys, I would appreciate so much. I would be very appreciative of you guys if you guys would just drop a like, drop your comments, drop what you guys think. With all that said, much love, guys. See you guys in the next video, and I really hope you guys can come tune to some of my streams. That would mean so much to me, guys. Much love, guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace.